You are watching NetSoft IT Academy. 905-812-2923. info@netsoftacademy.com. www.netsoftacademy.com.
So now let's start with lab number 39. Lab number 39 is where we are going to start with the Exchange Server prerequisite installation. So I'll log into the Exchange Server first. Now always remember to log in as the domain or the enterprise admin credentials, because that makes your life a little bit easier in terms of permissions and privileges. It is only for that reason that we are using this account, not for any other reason. We want to have the right permissions and privileges to be able to install and work with all the features that we need to use. That's it. All right, so while this is happening over here, I'll quickly copy the command that I have written down on my notes here on the side. And once the machine starts, I click on Start, click on PowerShell. Make sure that you're on the PowerShell and not on any other terminal or anything else. First command that I'm going to run is who am I? Just to make sure that I'm logged in as the right user account. And paste the command that I have copied earlier. So now again, in case your pasting is not working as per your plan, you can always paste it on a different virtual machine and copy it between virtual machines. That works like a charm, by the way. And install and enter. Now ideally while this is working, I can parallelly install a few of the other prerequisites if I really want to. So I am going to do that. So I'm going to mount. So let's say I just get rid of the workstation. I don't need the workstation at the moment, so it's okay. I mount on settings. I mount the Exchange Microsoft 365 Hybrid Deployments ISO. Let us say I mount that. The hybrid deployments ISO. I mount this file here. And I start with the prerequisite installation. Anyway, until this is done, I cannot install the IIS URL Rewrite Module anyway. Just like how we did it for the previous ones. Right? So, right here. So, let me first start with, okay, and yes, one more thing, because I am having a few issues here. And this is more for me. Remember, this is me personally doing things. You don't have to do the same things. I just like to be able to watch something, let's say, in a little bit of a different sense, to be more precise. So a little bit bigger, a little bit bolder makes me more comfortable working with things like this. So I'm going to first start with installing JRE version 8, update 341 x64. This is the Java application. This is necessary for all the web-based components to be working together and all the other things to work together. Any website that has Java, that is running on Java, can actually use this. Now, while this loads up, I'm going to start with Visual C++. 2013, I agree to your terms and install. Now, in a few other places, you'll also see sometimes that you need to install the .NET framework, I'll also show you what exactly will happen when you try to install .NET framework. Next, read the license terms, install. And you can see that on my PowerShell here, everything is now a little bit scaled up, but it is working at a very steady pace as we want it to. And it's more than steady actually. Okay, finish. Now, if I open .NET framework here, it will take a few minutes to extract the files. The extraction is not the problem. Remember, the extraction is never a problem. The problem is what happens after the extraction. So older versions, like let's say Windows Server 2016, 2019, and even Windows Server 2012 R2 before that, they needed to have .NET Framework 4.8 because they were built on a platform that was developed later. But Windows Server 2022 and Windows Server 2025 onwards, we don't have to, because it is already installed and updated on this computer. So that means that it is already part of the operating system. So you don't have to worry too much about it. You can install it later on. So I'm installing Java now, as you just saw me clicking on things while I was talking. But at the same time, until Java is done, my command will be done as well. And after that, I'll be able to run the last module that I need to install. And then I just restart the machine. Now, remember again, let me be very clear. This is me personally just trying to speed up the process and trying to multitask. Do you have to do the same thing? The answer is no. Should you do the same thing? You should. Should you is a bad question. Can you do the same thing? The answer is depends. If you want to go by the book, you want to do things the right way, you do them the right way by the book. If you want to do things a little bit, like say 5-10 minutes here and there, then you do it my way. In the end, both of them do the same exact thing. There is no difference in the method. You can see this is installed successfully. I'm still waiting for the command to complete. Only when this command will complete, or even right now actually, since it is past 90%, if I start IIS URL Rewrite Module here, and I click on install, you can see that, oh, there is an install complete already happening. You need to complete that installation first. So that is going to be one challenge, and I can't skip it. So anyway, I have to install it. So I'll have to wait for this command to complete installation, and then I'll be able to install the IIS URL Rewrite Module. So let's wait for that right now. And at this point, as you can see, all of my Windows features have been installed. So I'm okay with that. Now, if I try to install the IIS URL Rewrite Module, accept license terms, install, the installation works a whole lot quicker. As you can see here. Now, at the end of the day, I just condensed all the installations without restarting the machine multiple times into one thing. But it is a good idea if you're working with multiple things to actually take your time to go through it in a systematic and well-organized manner. This is a testing environment. In case anything goes wrong, I can always take a step back and I can do something else. But that is not the case when you're in a work environment. So always make sure to do your due diligence first. So I'm going to restart the computer. And once the computer restarts, then we will move on to the next lab, that is on making sure that we are starting with the Exchange Server installation now. But before we do that, we also have to ensure that both the forests can communicate. So we'll have to set up the necessary elements for that before moving forward. So let's wait for this to restart, and once it restarts, we will call it at the end of this lab, and I'll tell you that I'll see you in the next lab where we are setting up coexistence between two forests and enabling communication, which is going to be interesting. So I suggest that you stick around and stay tuned. Thank you.
Thank you for watching NetSoft IT Academy. 905-812-2923. info@netsoftakademy.com. www.netsoftakademy.com.